Russia-Nigeria friendly ends in a 1-1 draw. Uzbekistan and Jordan qualify for World Cups, first World Cups. And Sina beat Djokovic to set Alcaraz final. And of course, Coco Golf will also be in the final. Please stay tuned. Russia and Nigeria played a 1-1 draw in an international friendly match on Friday, June 6. An own goal by Semi Ajayi gave Russia the early lead before Nigeria equalized through Tolu Rokodare in the second half. The game featured several substitutions and yellow cards in a competitive exhibition contest. Tolu Arokedare scored Nigeria's equalizer goal in a 1-1 draw against Russia during an international friendly. Of course, Russia and Nigeria tired of too many odds. Russia took the lead in the 27th minute via an own goal from Nigeria defender Semi Ajayi, who advertently directed the ball past his goalkeeper. The something it happened in 1982 when you remember that defender took a header. I wanted to, pass the ball with a nod to his goalkeeper, and then it failed and it went into the net. Nigeria would have gone to the World Cup, the first World Cup in 1986. Despite several early fouls and a tight midfield battle, Nigeria gradually gained control in the second half. Tolu Arokode scored the equalizer for Nigeria in the 71st minute, finishing a right-footed shoot from the center of the box into the bottom right corner of the net. Aroko Dare had entered the match in the 61st minute, replacing Victor Boniface. Well, a lot of trial and errors with Shell. We can be trying all the players. When you assemble them, picking them to feature in a match becomes a problem. Stop trying. Make use of the ones you have. Nigerian players are scattered around the world. 1,001 of them, many of them out there. So you can continue to try. It's good to try the local boys and then get one or two from outside. But each time you continue to try, and at a time you will be confused on who to, future. Remember, World Cup qualifiers begins in September, and of course, Nigeria will play South Africa. I want to tell you that the three Premier League teams that are absent from this summer's Club World Cup tournament, some of the biggest teams in Europe are taking part in the Club World Cup this summer, but there is no Arsenal, no Manchester United, and no Liverpool. Chelsea and Manchester City are the two Premier League sides heading to the United States as they attempt to get their hands on more silverware. They'll be joined by the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid. Ahead of the revamped tournament getting started on June 14, of course, we shall be giving you the clubs that will participate in. Just to tell you that there will be no Arsenal, United, or Liverpool at the 2025 Club World Cup. Then why are Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool not playing in the Club World Cup? All right, and we tell you that Manchester United Liverpool are the current Premier League champions, but they won't be playing at the Club World Cup nor with the top flight runners-up Arsenal. United, who just endured a horrific 2024-2025 campaign but remain one of the biggest clubs in England, won't be taking part in the tournament either. The Club World Cup has been expanded to 32 teams for 2025. And that's because of FIFA's qualification rules, with only 12 of the 32 spots at the Club World Cup handed to European teams. The European places were awarded based on Champions League performances between 2020-2021 season and 2023-2024 seasons. So, under FIFA's rules, the Champions League winners from the last 4 seasons, 2021 to 2024, for this Club World Cup gain automatic qualification. We shall be giving you an update, tell you how the teams qualified to play at the Club World Cup. Sinner defeated Djokovic to meet Alcaraz in the final. Of course, before Novak Djokovic left the court after his French Open semi-final defeat, he put his racket back down on the clay and said heartfelt goodbye to the Paris crowd. He bent to touch the clay on the court, Philippe Chatre, before holding his hand to his heart and waving to the crowd. It felt like a final farewell for a player who turned 38 last month. Or will it prove to be an au revoir until they meet again next year? 3-time champion Djokovic, who lost a tight battle with world number one Jannik Sinner in straight sets, is unsure if he will return. We'll tell you a little about Djokovic. Djokovic has played 1,375 matches since turning professional in 2004. Djokovic from Serbia was aiming to become the oldest Grand Slam men's singles champion by lifting the trophy on Sunday. For a 4th time, Djokovic is considered one of the greatest tennis players in history. He holds the record for most Grand Slam singles titles with 24. He has also held the world number 1 ranking for a record 428 weeks across a record 13 different years. A sports drive here on ABS 88.5 FM, Heartbeat of the East, and of course, Saturday edition. Uzbekistan and Jordan have qualified for their first World Cups, while South Korea have also secured their place at the tournament. They become the 8th, 9th, and 10th teams to confirm their spots at the expanded 48-team tournament in United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2006. The 3 hosts have qualified automatically, while the latest tryout will join. The latest 3 mentioned will join Japan, New Zealand, Iran, and Argentina. Uzbekistan drew goalless with the United Arab Emirates, while South Korea beat Iraq 2-0 later in the day to qualify for their 11th straight World Cup, a result that meant Jordan's 3-0 win against Oman confirmed their historic qualification. Ranked 57th in the world and with a population of 36 million, Uzbekistan played their first match as a sovereign nation in June 1992 after leaving the Soviet Union, and were accepted by world governing body FIFA 2 years later. The closest Uzbekistan came previously to qualifying was during a controversial campaign in 2006 when they were in a 2-legged playoff against Bahrain to determine who would be the Asian Football Confederation's representative to face CONCACAF's Trinidad and Tobago. The winner of that match would then qualify for the finals in Germany. Uzbekistan won the first leg 1-0, but a refereeing error led to FIFA ordering the match be played again, and they ultimately lost out on away goals. Wow. The Uzbeks, however, have qualified for every Asian Cup finals since 1996 and progressed to the knockout phase in each appearance since 2004, including a run to the semi-finals in 2011 and the quarterfinals last year. Of course, Asian Cup runners-up Jordan are ranked 62nd in the world and are competing in their 7th World Cup qualifiers since their first in 1986. The closest they have previously come to qualifying was losing an intercontinental playoff to Uruguay in 2014. All right, but tomorrow we shall tell you the teams that have already qualified. Okay, let's do it now. Teams that are already qualified. Argentina, South American qualifying comprises a big group involving all 10 teams and started in September 2023. The top 6 all reached the World Cup with 7th place going into the intercontinental playoffs. With 4 out of 18 games left, Argentina, who have already qualified, Ecuador, Uruguay, Brazil, Paraguay, and Colombia occupy the top 6 with Venezuela 7th. We shall be bringing to you all the continents, from all the continents, the teams that have qualified little by little. Coco Golf, that American baby. Coco Golf battles Louis Boyson and home crowd to reach French Open final. American ends White Card's fairy tale run in 2 sets. World number 2 reaches second Roland Garros final. And Coco Gauff said she had to block out the home support as she beat French wild card Louis Boyson to reach the final at Roland Garros on Thursday. Boyson, the world number 361, sent shockwaves around the tournament by becoming the first wild card to reach the semi-finals. And a notorious fierce crowd can be a challenge even for the most seasoned players. But Gauff came prepared. And Goff said, "This is my first time playing a French player here. I was mentally prepared that it was to be 99% for her, so I was trying to block it out." Golf, who can become the first American since Serena Williams in 2015 to lift the Suzanne Lenglen Cup, clearly shifted up a gear after beating compatriot Madison Keys in an error-strewn quarterfinal on Wednesday. One more story before we call it a day. And as we told you that Sinner beat Djokovic to set up Alcaraz final. Sinner has won his past 20 Grand Slam matches. He described Djokovic's level as amazing. He shows again what a role model for all of us, especially for young players. And what he is doing is incredible. We are so lucky to see him play high-level tennis. This is how Sinner described Djokovic. And I'll continue to talk about match, that boxing, that meet, that encounter between Usyk and Dubois. And so finally, this morning, Alexander Usyk will battle the boy. That'll be this year. Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois are set to meet again later this year for the right to be crowned undisputed heavyweight champion. The duo first clashed in Poland in 2023, and it proved to be controversial as Dubois was adjudged to have hit the Ukrainian with a low punch. But then, The first fight saw Usyk overcome the boy before facing Tyson Fury twice. Instead of being ruled as a knockout, Usyk was given 5 minutes to recover from the shot, and he then got off the canvas to see off the Londoner with relative ease. Usyk has gone on to beat Tyson Fury twice to establish himself as one of the all-time greats, while the boy has hugely improved. Dynamite is the current holder of the IBF heavyweight title after he demolished Anthony Joshua to defend his belt. All right, we take a break here to return tomorrow at 7:45 to bring to you more updates and sporting stories around the whole world. I am Eze Onwuji. Keep sporting, be healthy, and bye for now.